that tune first before we get more general. What was that song called?
That song is called Vaillant.
What is it about?
It means warrior, and it's a song to give like strength and courage to all the activists, all the warriors that are fighting for us in the dark for a better world.
No, beautiful tune, so great. Michael, welcome back.
Thank you.
Roosevelt, such a pleasure to have you, not only here, but in our city for the first time, too. Welcome to Toronto, my friend.
I love it.
Michael, I wanted to talk to you about, you sort of conceptualized Bokante, and I was wondering if it was a musical idea first or a philosophical idea first.
I think they were kind of convergent, you know. Obviously, there's been some activity in the world, specifically
every day.
Yeah, specifically in that part of the world to the south of Toronto, and it was, you know, even before kind of the recent election, it was a tide that you could kind of feel turning, and especially kind of like I'm a news consumer, I guess, so the refugee stuff was especially kind of impactful over the last few years. And being in Snarky Puppy, it's great to have an instrumental band because your music is very like, I guess, egalitarian in the way that it kind of just reaches everybody equally. But, you know, the downside of that is that you can't really kind of get into people's ribcage with lyrics. And so that was definitely half of what this band was about, is just writing about things that matter, you know. But the musical side was just from just being kind of like more and more interested in music from West Africa, and it's like the relationship of the blues to so many different parts of the globe, and how it's kind of traversed, and that's, to me, that's kind of what this band is like a bit of a map of all the different places the blues has gone, you know. And it's cool because I think of it that way. Malika doesn't think of it that way at all, which makes it really cool because she does her thing that's very uniquely her, and also very much a part of her Caribbean roots, and the two things kind of don't just coexist, but they actually complement each other, even if we're intentionally not on the same page.
Well, let me ask you, Malika, and I don't ask this cynically, what do you think music can do in the times that we live in? Intangibly, can music do something important?
Of course, artists have to actually bring a message and really reflect their times, you know. So I really feel like we can do something. We can like make people think, and I really believe that that to think is the prelude before action, you know. So if we all think about something positive, well, we might see a big change coming, you know. So I really, really want to send as much as positive energy as I can.
Sounds like the right thing to do. Roosevelt, I don't know how it all came together, but do you remember a phone call that came from Michael, or how this came to be, where he said, "Hey, I'm starting this thing, and I'd like you to be part of it," and what your feelings was when that ask came your way?
Absolutely. Everything that you just mentioned is exactly what Michael said. Word for word, yeah. But basically, Michael just called everybody, you know, and just said, "Yo, you know, I got this cool thing to, you know, do," and of course we're gonna say yeah. But you know, I was very glad, you know, Mike called me for it, you know, and it's been a very great journey so far.
What was your relationship with Michael before that phone call came?
Oh man, we're friends. We're already friends, you know.
Yeah.
Just go shoot ball with him. No, you know, we you know what, man, we had already played, you know, like in you know, different groups together.
And on the festival circuit,
yeah.
too, we bumped into each other quite a bit.
Festival circuit that we bumped into each other.
For those of you listening, what Roosevelt was doing during that tune, it's a lap steel that was making those incredible sounds in your ear, but it's amazing to watch you do what you do.
Thank you.
So, Michael, you're used to all the guys in Snarky Puppy and the touring and all those things. What was it like to start a whole new kind of family out there on the road, and all the things that come with that? The learning curves, the eccentricities of different people, and all the things that come together when you're out there living a life on the road.
Well, I don't have kids, but I would imagine that what's happened with this band is what happens when you have two children, which is you like screw up a whole bunch with the first one, and then you like figure it out and try to apply that to the second one, and hope hope that it works.
This will be your mentally healthy child.
Well, let's not be presumptuous. After all, I am still running it, so there's plenty of opportunity for it to go south. No, but it's cool because I mean, Snarky Puppy has been doing its thing for a long time, and I've learned a lot about group dynamics and kind of tribal, systems, and so it's been cool. And in this case, even though I'm still the band leader, in terms of like administratively and kind of conceptually, Malika is, and I mean, I think of Roosevelt as kind of the second singer in the band.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, Rosie. They're positioned in the front of the stage, and musically they're delivering kind of the melodic ideas, and I think, not just in a musical way, but in terms of the way that the band runs, Malika's like very maternal, and she's always making sure that everybody's like kind of taken care of, and and that's cool because in Snarky Puppy, I'm definitely the only one that's worried about this.
Some of the load is off a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Did you feel it important to have a couple of members of Snarky Puppy so you had a bit of a team? That you had some backstopping against all these new members in case you needed some kind of.
I think I actually really did not ask those guys because I wanted to keep an element of Snarky Puppy, and in fact, I think I asked them to be in the band in spite of what my goal was, which is to create something very new.
Right.
It's just that those guys are like the best guys that I know to play the music, and so I try to always obey that first,
Malika, how has the experience been so far? I know you guys have been out there on the road a little bit. Has it been joyous and wonderful, or has it been challenging and odd?
No, totally amazing, for real. It's my first big tour, and I couldn't think of better people to do it with, And I'm very, very grateful and honored to be on stage with such amazing artists every night. And yes, it's tiring sometimes, and I'm praying for my voice to be there every day.
A singer always has a different worry than everyone else in the band.
Exactly. But that's the only minus thing I would say, because everything is really great.
Do you make everyone quiet down on the bus and get I got to go to sleep, everyone.
No.
I got my voice, or nothing?
Brad, there's no bus.
No.
There's no bus. Not yet. We had one for 4 days.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
one.
Just to give everybody a taste at the beginning of the tour of what they will not be having.
Exactly.
For the next.
See that? Yeah. Well, no, you won't have it.
That is so cruel. Here's a little taste and then take it away.
That's how we do it, man. A carrot.
Well, Roosevelt, Malika, Michael, I'm so glad. I know you guys came rushing in and to perform for us and bring your stuff down. You don't know what it means to us here at the station. We're always so happy to have you here. Tonight, the concert hall with Larnell Lewis Band opening up.
Yeah.
Should be exciting. And Bokante tonight at 8 at the concert hall. Thanks so much for your talents and for being with us today. Enjoy your time here, too. How about a little Ola from Bokante?
Ooh. You were afraid. You were like, shit.